The U.S. representative to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, on Thursday squarely put the blame for the rising cost of essential commodities and shortages around the world on the Russian's invasion of its former Soviet Republic of Ukraine.
And we're working to try to address some of the impact of oil prices on countries like Uganda, but it is not the sanctions, it is the unprovoked war that Russia itself started with Ukraine, and if they want to end this, they should end the war.
Greenfield denied reports made last week by visiting Russian Foreign Affairs Minister Sergei Lavrov that Washington and its European allies had leveled biting sanctions, leading to the economic crisis.
Russia has a narrative that sanctions on food and agricultural products have led to the increase in prices that countries are experiencing. And I know this wasn't exactly your question, but I do want to say that we have no sanctions on any agricultural products coming out of Russia.
When the fuel cost went up, even our own food here, locally produced, is expensive because of the transport. So I don't know how you can separate us from your sanctions. Of course, the price of fuel had gone up.
However, she admitted that financial institutions outside Moscow had grown scared of flouting the sanctions regime, leading to the huge cost of doing business.
The issue with the banks and the insurance companies is that they don't have confidence in Russia's markets. And so we have worked to address the concerns that these financial institutions and insurance companies have so that they can provide the financing and the insurance.
Ambassador Greenfield was in Uganda as part of her two-nation African tour, in which she carried a special message from U.S. President Joe Biden in a measure intended to counter Russia's diplomatic initiatives in Africa. Greenfield told journalists that while President Museveni and his government remain invaluable partners in the restive Great Lakes region, they continue to raise other matters of concerns like human rights violations.
We make clear that we value human rights. We make clear that we value democracy. We make clear that we value your right, every single one of you, your right to a free press without being harassed by governments. You may not sit in the room when we're having those conversations with governments, but we're very clear on our position, and this is a position that starts at the top.
In the same vein, the United States announced an additional $20 million US, equivalent to 72 billion shillings, in development assistance.
The prices of food, fertilizer, and fuel have skyrocketed with widespread hunger and malnutrition rising as well. And that's why tonight I'm pleased to announce that the United States will provide an additional $20 million to help Uganda to expand investments in fertilizer, grains, and other crops with the goal of increasing resilience.
The funds will be channeled through, among others, civil society organizations to deal with food insecurity crisis plaguing the country on account of rise of inflammatory pressure occasioned by COVID-19 lockdown and Russia-Ukraine war. Aaron Mukama, NTV Weekend Edition.